Spawning down in the bottom left, we have got the teal Zerg player, which I believe is teal now. It could be pink. I don't even know. Don't troll me. I'm colorblind. It's Revolution. And his opponent up in the top right, the blue Protoss player, Mr. Boombox. This is, of course, Game 3, as you can see from the scoreboard down at the bottom of the screen. Boombox lost Game 1, but he came back Game number 2 fighting and making all of the probes. He did not stop making probes. It was brilliant. But the important thing is he won the game. He got us to this ace game, and that simply means the Boombox will advance, or will have a chance of advancing through still. But Revolution will stand in his way. Revolution wanting to get that semi-final spot. That's where you get a lot more points. 100 points compared to 75 minimum. 100 points, should I add, because you could advance forward and win the whole thing. So competitive, this tournament, because of course everyone wants to get those league points so they can get the chance of winning the Plantonics rig headset for coming first, as well as £100 and the ticket to I-50. Most of the higher points do actually get tickets to I-50 as well, so that's awesome. They get a free ticket to the Bring Your Own Computer qualifier, which clearly everyone wants. I'll be there. It's going to be awesome. Of course, all I-series are awesome, but this one especially special due to it being the 50th I-series. So not exactly a half century of I-series because there's 3 a year, but still a good number of them. So that's always cool. Now, as you see here, probe, gateway first, all coming down, all really nice. Cool little wave, come down. Is that actually a double gap? I think it is. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this is a wall off that doesn't wall off either side. So 2 Zealots would have to stand their guard, or a sentry. A sentry could stand on one side and force field the other, or it could just force field the ramp and be happy. Either way, Zealot coming down, all looking good. Gas clearly been taken, so it's everything good there. Meanwhile, for Revolution, pool, expansion, gas. Normal opening, safe opening. Neither player is going to want to risk losing this early on. Everything's going good. Yeah, so all going here. Everything's going good. Everything's going safe. Expansion should be coming down from Boombox. I can see in the chat that I got the colors wrong again. Okay. Revolution is the pink Zerg down in the bottom left. One day, like, I don't know why they made a colorblind mode that doesn't make pink more pink. That'd be so good. Like, I can see Barbie pink, but just not this pink color. It confuses me. Everyone can laugh at me, though. It's fine. So, anyway, Mothership Corps, hit the field. We got the Zealot out. Zealots boldly trundling forward. At least was for a second. But yeah, Zealots against Zerging is good. Mothership Corps plus a Zealot, good times. If it starts going forward, a couple of Lings out on the field, but the Queens should be safe holding it off. Unless, of course, Time Walk goes down and there's no Lings. Then a Zealot and a Mothership Corps can kill a Queen. And that would be a very nice pick-off early on. But Mothership Corps is just wandering forward. 2 Lings are going to scout and see it. Well, scout it, they're going to run straight through it and get shot at for a while. But they know it's coming. That's the big thing. Are we going to see 3 additional gateways or 2 gateways and some tech? That's the important question. Because 2 gateways and tech simply equals a bit of fun. Sentry is there. And apparently that wall-off is complete there. It just looked really weird. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. My brain isn't working at the moment. It's solo casting for hours on end. Anyway, we do see the Stargate coming down. All looking good. Boombox opening Stargate every game. Game number 1, it was for 1 Phoenix into Voidway. Game number 2 was for 4 Phoenix, which were a lot more successful. Game number 3, maybe he's going to blow everything, chuck down a Fleet Beacon and carrier rush. A caster can dream. A caster can dream all they want. I remember the UK players do actually do awesome things sometimes. Moonkin did throw down a proxy Thor rush in a tournament I cast for UK only, and boy did that make me happy. Proxy Thor rushes are cool. Only thing possibly any better would be a proxy carrier rush, but that'd be pretty hard to pull off. Anyway, Zealot has been taken out. Mothership Corps there though sees the timing of the 3rd. Perfectly normal timing around 6:35 up against the gateway expand. That's good. And an Oracle is coming down. So this is now Boombox trying all of the Stargate openings. He's like, well, okay, 1 Phoenix into Voidway, and we'll forget that then he made a double Stargate into Oracle. But yeah, Phoenix Voidway, good. It was alright, lost. Phoenix, good. I win. Oracle, let's have a look at it. But unfortunately, these Zerglings, if they just move a couple of pixels higher, they can see, and they see, okay, an Oracle coming down. Oracle definitely there because I see it, and that means Spore Crawlers get started. Boom. Spore Crawlers coming down. This Oracle is going to do very little, if anything at all now, and that is unfortunate for Mr. Oracle. But it's fortunate for Revolution, because that means that he knows he probably shouldn't take damage. There are quite a few Zealots making their way forward anyway, as well as this pylon being down is allowing for good warpins, and everything's going good. Everything's pushing in. We've got the Oracle dealing some extra damage, and this is actually a good way to use this Oracle after it's being scouted, just for the DPS, especially up against that Queen. We'll get taken out. That Zealot survives with 2 HP. Everything going good, and now forward comes the march of the Zealots. The Zerglings trying to defend against it. Of course, there is a Roach Warren down, actually. No Roaches being made, just a ton of Lings for the time being. But the Zealots going to try and get the kill there. More Zealots getting warped in. Why? You're making Roach speed. Why you no make Roaches? Make some Roaches. Roaches good against Zealots. Oh well. Still. Anyway, in come the Lings. This many Lings is also good against Zealots, to be fair. But Oracles do deal an incredible amount of DPS. Trying to make this trade as cost effective as possible. The Zealots desperately trying to come out on top, but just enough Lings. I'm not sure if that was luck or skill that he had precisely the right number of Zerglings to deal with that many Zealots. I like to hope that it was skill from Revolution there. He does have some Roaches coming up. This hatchery taking a good bit of damage. Behind this, the double Forge is on its way, so double upgrades on the cards now for Boombox. Boombox needs to get this third hatch. He's invested a lot in this. Time Warp goes down, preventing the Roach from kiting. Those Oracles dealing damage. 3 of them now on the field. 3 Oracles. This is like back in the beta days when White Ra made all of the Oracles. Kill the hatchery. There we go. Boombox, you can now master recall. You can do it if you want, or you can just leave the Zealots to die. Either way. Boombox being unmerciful to his units and is just saying, well, you did your work, you may die now. Always good times. But yes, Oracle's coming back. Counterattack going to try and come in. One lone probe was trying to expand and then realized there was creep everywhere. Always bad when that happens. That'd be really bad, actually. That'd be terrible. But yes, of course, Pylon is going to take a bit of damage. There's a good number of units here, but in terms of defense, there's a good number of sentries. We've got as well the robotic facility coming out, plus the Twilight Council. These Roaches taking... Well, even Oracles meld Roaches. That's how much DPS they deal. Good little bit of wall off here, though. It's going to be difficult to make this work. Time Warp going down means there isn't enough energy for a Photon Overcharge. These Oracles do have quite a bit to work to do still. If that pylon goes down, it will mean that things can get through. But at the moment, just the sentry's doing a good job. Force building off. But that was the last sentry available for the moment. And Boombox does have a supply block, which is very frustrating for him. And Zerg have reached the natural. This is not what you want to see. The Roach is going to just start picking away at stuff. Probes getting in on this action. The Oracles have run out of energy, which is frustrating. But the Probes going to be victorious. They took a grand total damage of 5. 5 Probes were killed. The Stargate was unpowered, unfortunately, which means the Void Ray is not going to be coming out. But more Roaches rallied across the third hatchery, getting remade. Revolution is not out of this yet. Not anywhere close. But with a complete wall off, things looking pretty funky. Boombox trying to buy himself some more time. He's saying, do you know what? Attack this. See if I can. Attack my wall off. I need time to get out some more warpins. Nearly got enough energy for another. Nearly got energy for a Photon Overcharge, but has an Immortal out. That's critically important up against those Roaches. Just going to do so much damage there if he's able to get it in. But yes, Robotics Bay. 1-1 upgrades about to complete. +2 ground weapons started. Meanwhile, for Revolution, he does not have any attack or armor upgrades. He is not even in possession of an Evolution Chamber yet, which simply means that this is looking good for Boombox. Upgrades so potent against just like a Roachling army, especially when you got Immortals in there. The Void Ray is going to help too, but there's a couple of Hydras thrown into the mix, which will be effective. Photon Overcharge going to be needing to trigger there, buys a bit more time. The gateway count only at 3, and that's what's causing the problem. Oracle's going to try and kill a hatchery. I don't believe 3 Oracles can kill a hatchery, but this is the sort of thing that I haven't tested or seen often enough to be able to say with any form of certainty. Small group of units here. Still, though, the Oracle's working away. The Oracles may actually be able to do it. They are actually going to be able to kill this hatchery. I did not know that. You learn something new every day. The hatchery goes down. The Oracles, being a hero, or being heroes, managed to snipe that out. And Revolution is a little bit all in now. He's supply blocked too, but he has got a good number of units. Unfortunately, this upgrade advantage. These two Immortals dealing a lot of damage. The Void Rays slowly trying to pick through those Hydralisks. The Proton Overcharge dealing some good damage, although it has now ended. The Oracle's not coming back to start and join in the fight. That means that this gateway is going to get taken down. A little bit of production capability getting sniped off, but 4 more gates in production behind this, because Boombox knows that sniping off that third again. He's been on equal basis for a long time. Loses a Void Ray, unfortunately. The Immortals trying to fight up against this, but there is a lot of Hydralisks, and Hydralisks deal well with Immortals because they have a high rate of fire, which means that those shields are not so helpful. The Colossus trying to stay alive, will stay alive as probes are pulled. The Immortals trying to focus everything down, will be victorious, and that means Boombox now looking quite happy. He's got Colossi on the field. He should be getting some more out. His gateway production gonna start getting up a bit higher. He's warping in some more warp gates there. Oracle has been remembered. They're being pulled back. Hydras on their way across. Hydras will take a lot of damage from Oracles, actually. So that means that these Oracles are gonna add some good DPS. Oh no, the hatchery. The Oracles, are they gonna do it again? Are they actually gonna do it? That'd be so good. So, yeah. Anyway, Oracles, no, they decide not to. They decide, okay, defend. Defend would be good now. Of course, with the Colossus, though, these Hydras less effective than they would otherwise have been. Having to retreat. They don't have much Roach support. There's 12 Roaches on the field, but they were a long way back. Revolution now, about to get +1 missile attack, but unfortunately he's up against 2-2. That is a big upgrade lead for Boombox. Boombox is looking strong. He is looking very strong. He's in a comfortable spot. Needs to potentially expand soon, though, because his main is getting slightly short of minerals, as we see there as one I click on evaporates into nothingness as the last 5 minerals are taken. Or, of course, Boombox's other option is go for the kill. Knowing when to kill your opponent is always a good thing. It's something I specifically struggle with. A game earlier, I expanded to 9 bases because I just decided not to attack. It was a mistake. My opponent was stuck on 2 bases. I'd won the game and I just didn't attack. I don't know why. I was bad. Anyway, still though, everything going good. We're just chilling down here. Oracles ready to join in, ready to use their incredible DPS to help. The Colossi there. Detection being granted by one of the Oracles. The other Oracles dealing some good damage. There's not much here for Revolution. He does finally have this third hatch-up with some drones going over there, but the push is at his front door. More warpins coming through. Those Colossi dealing the damage. There's no way to deal with the Colossus anytime soon. They've got extended thermal lines. These 2-2 upgrades dealing so much, and Boombox will be victorious, going